So I'm going to share with you my journey buying a Garyvee VeeFriends NFT. Today's March 1st, 2022. The reason I'm timestamping it is I could imagine someone looking at this video in a few years and thinking, wow, this is so obvious, the information I'm giving you. I'm going to share my journey with you. And now it sounds really confusing. A lot of people will ask me now about NFTs. So I'm going to share with you the journey, share with you some things that'll hopefully give you some resources where if you're interested in doing this type of thing or a fan of Gary Vee or anyone else, I'll give you a guide of purchasing NFTs. I'm not an expert. I'm just going to share some links with you, and hopefully this helps with you. And with anything, especially NFTs, cryptocurrency and stuff, you have to be careful. You have to be careful because if you're not, think of it like the computer, like getting these on the internet where you get these emails and they're phishing type emails where they're trying to get your data. But with crypto and NFTs and stuff and the blockchain, it could be much severe. Typically with like phishing schemes, if they get your bank account and stuff, a lot of times the banks are good at it. Maybe not the bank account, but like credit card information and stuff like that. They are good at giving you back a lot of the money. So when I say this, before I get into what I'm going to say, just be careful when you do this, because if you're not, you can get crushed. I'm not trying to scare you, but just take that into consideration when you do this. So it was about a year ago, give or take, maybe a little bit before then. And I started hearing more and more about NFTs. And I'm going to share with you my screen many times during this video. And let me first do this. Let me find this. So if you're like me, when I first heard NFTs, I'm like, what the F are NFTs? And the good thing is there were a lot of resources made on NFTs. Like, so for example, there's this website, it's called 137pm.com. Garyvee, I think, is either owns it or is collaborated with it, but he's the one that creates a lot of information on it. So in this case, I love this website because it has many different things. And I'll share with you guys the resources on the video. So when you the resources for the website, when you like look at the notes of the video, the description and stuff, and have a bunch of links. So feel free to just pay attention. You don't need to write anything down. It'll be there. Okay, so just to give you an idea, so this explains NFTs really in a basic way. NFTs stand for non-fungible tokens. I had no idea what fungible meant. Still don't have a great idea of what it means, but I've got probably a year and a few months of education. So this article just tells you about that. And so back to the website, what I like about it is there's a lot of pop culture things like best foot golf courses in the United States, everything we need to know about WWE, founder of Bottom Bunk Sneaker House, NFT taxes for artists. Here's how you can help the people of Ukraine right now. Just a lot of pop culture item things. Soccer, you have music, you have video games, a little bit of fashion, just many things. It's a great website. So make sure to check it out, 137pm.com. So since I'm not very good with sharing my screen on Zoom, I'm gonna keep exiting out and going back to these screens. I have PTSD. One time I did, more than one time, to be honest with you, more than one time, I did some presentations or recorded a video and I was sharing the wrong screen or didn't share the screen at all. So that's why I'm gonna keep exiting out and going back in. So let me stop sharing. I'm gonna go back to one thing that I wanted to tell you. So for those of you that don't know who Garyvee is a person that's inspired me for for many years now. So he has 9 million, almost 10 million followers on Instagram. His name is Gary Vaynerchuk, as you can see, CEO of VaynerMedia, Vayner Sports, creator of VeeFriends. This is the NFT that I'm talking to you about. And I'm, like I said, I'm going to share my journey on purchasing one. And so he has lots of videos. For those of you that don't know Garyvee, Garyvee he's known for his positivity, his hustle, his entrepreneurship skills. He's really good at looking at human trends and figuring out what's going to happen. He always says he's not a predictor, but he's good at consuming a lot of content and figuring out what works best. So, excuse me, with that said, he's invested early in Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, for those of you that know Tumblr. In fact, it's embarrassing, but I still post on Tumblr a lot of my videos. I'm probably one of the few people that do that. Also in Uber, he's invested just multiple things, NFTs and so many different things. So if you're not following Garyvee, I'd recommend you follow him. So much positivity. The first time you hear him, you may think he's a bit harsh because he's from Jersey, and not that everyone from Jersey is harsh, but he's very authentic. He speaks how he talks. He doesn't make it like English class. He'll use words that maybe, profanity sometimes, but not in a mean way, but just that's how he talks. So anyways, that's who Garyvee is. Excuse me, nose was itching. But anyways, Garyvee last year, the beginning of last year, I think it was the beginning of 2021, right around there, he started talking about NFTs, and he was going to create this thing called an NFT. And basically, I'm not going to explain it. If you don't know what NFTs are, click on that link to the article on 137pm.com. But anyways, he was telling his community, and there's like millions of people in his community. Obviously, I'm one of them. And he was talking about he's going to create something called VeeFriends. So with NFTs, there are two things, what I've learned, make a NFT successful or not successful. For those of you that know NFTs a bit, there's one called Bored Apes Yacht Club. Bored Apes Yacht Club, they came out probably like, I don't know, they probably cost maybe a few $100s, maybe 1,000 or so when they first came out, give or take. Now it's very common for them to sell for, $300,000-$400,000, if not millions. So these NFTs can be very, very valuable. Since it's on the blockchain, you can always tell if someone owns it or not. So, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So anyways, Garyvee started talking about NFTs, cryptocurrency, just a bunch of different things, and how to purchase them. And it was pretty cool because I'm going to share my screen in a bit. Let me find the website first and figure this out. So, okay. So one of the things that he shared with us is, like, for NFTs, for the majority of them, you have to use cryptocurrency to buy them. So you would need to buy like Ethereum or Bitcoin. I think there's one, Solana, there's Dogecoin, there's a few of them. But Ethereum, or if you see like an abbreviation for it, it's ETH, they call it. I'm not too hip, so I don't know the native language, the vernacular or whatever of the talk, but it's an ETH. Basically, one ETH right now is probably, they vary in price from around 2,000 to 4,000. It adjusts all the time. So with cryptocurrency, it's a little bit different than like buying a stock. Well, I guess it's similar to a stock. A stock you can only buy certain times a day. Like typically it's in the morning, it ends in the late afternoon, and then you can't buy it on the weekends. At night, you can't buy stocks and stuff. Crypto is 24/7, 365 days a year, 366 on leap years. The numbers are always going to adjust. You could just Google it and say, how much is Ethereum now, or Bitcoin, or whatever. There are multiple different platforms where you can buy this cryptocurrency. There's an app called FTX. There's another one called MetaMask, CoinBase. There's multiple different ones. You can use different ones to purchase them. So anyways, with NFTs, you have to have, I would say 99% of the time, you have to have some of this cryptocurrency in what's called a wallet. So the wallet is, as you can see here, MetaMask wallet. You buy the cryptocurrency and it goes into your wallet. So Garyvee was pretty cool because he was giving everyone an education of how to do this. So 1:37 p.m. they created this article. They had videos and stuff. It was updated. This wasn't originally when it came up, but they updated, and I like that they update the information often. So they say how to download the app, and also with Garyvee, 1:37 p.m. his whole community, they basically shared videos, written word, just many different ways to do this, and they spent a ton of time, many months, educating the consumers. So so supported browsers, just different things, how to do it and stuff like that, creating your account, step-by-step guide how to do it. So it was really good. I learned a lot. I was able to create my my MetaMask wallet, and he taught us how to buy. He said he recommended CoinBase as the company to buy the cryptocurrency. And so, like, for those of you that don't know how to do this, these are the steps. And again, I'm not an expert, but this is typically what you do. You create this wallet. So you have a wallet where you keep your NFTs and where you keep your cryptocurrency. So once you do that, the next step is you have to fill it up. So you fill it up with cryptocurrency. So like you could buy whatever percentage of Ethereum. So you can go on CoinBase, you can go on MetaMask, you can go on multiple different sites, FTX, whatever it is. And then you can even do it on PayPal. So you buy this cryptocurrency. Let's just use Ethereum for the rest of the conversation. So you buy your Ethereum, and you could buy it by either like the amount of Ethereum you want, or like the dollar value. And so it's probably different on different platforms. But anyways, so when you're buying it, so say something cost $2,000. Say the Ethereum is 2,000. It's not. It's more than that. It's probably between 2,500 and 3,000 now. It fluctuates. So say it's 2,500. You're buying it at 2,500. There's something called a gas fee. A gas fee is the cost of doing all this back-end work in the blockchain, because there are a lot of resources that are being used, like energy and stuff like that. So there are these things called gas fees. Gas fees are going to, they're going to fluctuate a lot. So it's the best way I can explain it, and this is probably a terrible way of explaining it, but for me, it makes sense. It's like when you're getting an Uber, and if you're getting it like on a weekend at night when everyone's using it, your ride is probably going to be more expensive. But if you're getting an Uber where when no one is using an area where no one is using it, but there are a lot of drivers and there's very little demand for it, your Uber fee will be less. So similar to the gas fees are like that. So anyways, back to my journey. I'm gonna stop sharing this for a sec. I'm gonna go to share with you the VeeFriends. So Garyvee, after that, he created something called VeeFriends. And let me go to VeeFriends if I can find it. Welcome to VeeFriends. Great. So, okay, so VeeFriends is here. So we created VeeFriends. So it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 10,000 different individual NFTs. So like, for example, he uses like the same letter for like accountable ant. I think it's called alliteration. Accountable anteater, adaptive alien, adventurous astronaut. So he made 40 different ones. So let me find one that I like, the one that I got. And if my internet's slow, I'm going to just pick anyone. Okay, so it's sort of slow, but so let me see if accountable anteater comes. So I didn't buy accountable anteater, but so accountable anteaters pulling up. I think it is. Let's see what happens. Okay, so for whatever reason, my internet might be slow, but let's go back. Sorry about that. So accountable anteater is going to have many different versions of accountable anteater. So accountable anteater, and you're like, why would you buy this? What is the benefit of this? So it's like a collectible. Basically, it's a collectible. And so accountable, there's only a certain limited number of these NFTs in VeeFriends. And this is series one. Series one has different characters, I would say. And so accountable anteater will have a very, very rare one. Then it's going to have one that's less, it's more common. And with these NFTs a lot of times just are these collectibles, but they also have something called a smart contract. A smart contract is something that comes with the NFT. In Garyvee's VeeFriends, what he offered with the NFTs, and I'll get into price and all that in a bit, but when these first came out, I think it was May. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was right around there, give or take. But when they came out, and I studied really hard, I paid attention to everything Garyvee said. I consumed all the content, and I was ready to buy. I had my cryptocurrency, my Ethereum, and my MetaMask wallet. I had bought it on CoinBase, transferred it over into to my wallet. I was ready to buy stuff. And so this came up. And when these came up for sale, he had them in what's called a Dutch auction. So the Dutch auction is basically an auction where it starts up high and then it starts to go lower and lower. So the people that want it really bad will pay the most in the beginning, but then it'll keep lowering as demand decreases and the price will decrease as well. So when Garyvee first came out with this, as far as price, if I'm not mistaken, they were about, I think it was about 2,000, give or take what it cost. That was based on the Ethereum at that time. It was roughly $2,000. So what he was giving with the NFT was he has a conference called Veecon. Veecon this year is in Minneapolis. It's in the middle of May, and it's for 4 days. And he has some amazing speakers. Snoop Dogg's there, Mila Kunis, just a lot of different Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all these people, famous people. It's an education. It's about entrepreneur principles. It's about content creation, just tons of stuff. And more than anything, it's a community where you get to meet people and see people and keep increasing your rapport with them. You're building the community with that. So he gave I guess what came with the NFT was a ticket, basically a ticket to a conference for the next 3 years, this year and 2 more years. So that's what he did. So what happened is back then, that day I was going to buy it, and it was for many, many days that we could have bought these. I don't know if it was a weekend or more than that, but it was quite a few days that I could buy it. And I was all set, ready to do it. And then when I went to buy it, life happened. I was on it. I was on my computer. I was buying the VeeFriend. I think at that time it was 0.6 ETH, and I think it was, I don't know, it was roughly $2,000. Whatever the ETH was, it was about $2,000 is what I was going to pay for it. And then what happened is I had like some technical issues because I wasn't an expert at it, You can read and learn as much as you can, but unless you have experience doing something, a lot of times, you may make mistakes. So what happened is I had some issues with it, and then I life happened, and let me see something. Okay, so let me see something. Okay, so my screen is saying like it's changed to my AirPods. I don't know why it would do that. Let me get rid of this. Sorry. Okay, I got rid of my Bluetooth. So back to the story, and sorry this video is so long, but I really wanted to share my journey with you. So I was buying the VeeFriend. I had an issue with it, and I never got time to go back and buy it. And then so after they all sold out, the 10,000 or however many there were for sale, it goes to a secondary market. And so I'll share with you the secondary market. Let's go here. It's called OpenSea is the secondary market. Share with you my screen. And here you go. So right now, and I'm glad I bought a VeeFriend because they went up so much in value. At one time, if I'm not mistaken, it was like, I don't know, it was like 80 to 100,000. It was like a ridiculous number. Ridiculous meaning compared to the beginning number. And I'm not saying it's ridiculous to pay that much for a VeeFriend, because I think they'll be worth way more than that in the future. But they had gone up where I had a chance of paying $2,000, and then all of a sudden they're like 60 or $80,000. I was like, whoa. And so right now the floor price is 12.979. So basically 13. And 1 ETH is I'm gonna look it up actually. Let me see on my phone. Sorry about that. I was gonna prepare, but I guess I didn't. So ETH is Ethereum price. It says it right now is it's 2,939. So it's basically $3,000, and each one is roughly 13. So they're $39,000 each. There were 2,000 in the past, and those are the basic ones. So when you go on OpenSea, you have to connect that wallet that you have here, and once you connect it, that's how you can buy these. So like when you go to OpenSea, you would put in VeeFriends. So I'll do it for you. So in case you don't know how, VeeFriends, you connect to VeeFriends, it'll pop up. Then it shows like the items. So I guess in total there are 10,300 VeeFriends that were made. There's 5,200 owners. The floor price is the lowest it's being sold for. And then the volume is how much have been traded. So you have two different columns, items and activity. So items, you have different things. You have like auctions. So this is the minimum bid for the auction. Let's look at Candid Clownfish. So minimum bid, it says sale ends April 30th. So that's a long time. That's like 2 months from now, sort of long. Or you can look at the buy it now, and you can do just like buy now. If I click on that, it'll pop up to the ones that are there, and the floor price should be, yeah, so floor price is 12.979, so that's what it is. If I click on Woke Walrus, you can also pull up these things, the properties. This is like the history. These are the offers. The offers don't mean anything because that doesn't mean that they were bought for that. Those are just the offers. So this is edition 14, one of 20 different editions. This is the conference. That's what comes with it. The conference, group admission, the creators VeeFriends. So that's basically about the NFT. You can also make, let me go back. So this is really important, what I'm going to share with you. So like there are different types of Ethereum. Ethereum is just ETH, or there's one WETH. WETH means wrapped Ethereum. So you would, let me see if I can do it here. So what you would do is once you pull this up, I don't know if you can see that, your wallet will pop up. And then once your wallet pops up, it allows you to wrap your Ethereum. So what does that mean? So when you have Ethereum, if I was like offering this person something, I would just put my offer for the Ethereum. That's okay, but what happens is I don't want to just put one offer. I want to put multiple offers. So when I wrap my Ethereum, it's a minor cost to do it. Once I wrap the Ethereum, it enables me to put as many offers as I want. And so what I was doing is, as I was trying to buy a VeeFriend, um, I was I was putting like 20, 40, 50 offers a day. And so what happens when you wrap the Ethereum, so like you would do like make offer, I'd have to connect my wallet. Once I connect my wallet, it's going to make sure I have enough funds to for my offer that I'm going to make. So in this case, say I was going to offer 12, I would click on the make offer. And prior to that, I would click on my wallet. And so say I wanted to have like a budget of 12 ETH for my purchase. I'd probably put like, I would wrap maybe like 12.1 or 12.2 ETH because there's a gas fee, there's a fee that they charge to wrap it. It's not a big number, but there is a number. So if I'm going to do exactly 12, I won't have enough to do 12. So I'm going to do a little bit more. And then what happens, this is pretty cool. Once you wrap your Ethereum, so if you see this is like, it's, I don't know, black or gray. When you wrap the Ethereum, it'll say WETH and it'll be like a pinkish color. So then I can make like 20 or 30 offers. But the good thing is you're worried like what happens if more than one person accepts my offer, then I could be in trouble. But what the wrapped Ethereum does is it'll, once you put in that offer and it gets accepted, it'll cancel all the other offers that you had. So I've got Charismatic Chameleon. And when I was buying that, there were multiple other characters that I was looking at, thinking about buying. So I offered like, I don't know, 20 or 30 different offers. And then I got an email saying that my offer was accepted for Charismatic Chameleon. And then I went and I checked on my offers and I saw that there were no more offers anymore. Whereas prior to that, I probably had 30 or 40 and I could see all of them that I offered on. So when you do an offer, you have different options. Besides the price, besides the ETH that you offer or the WETH that you offer, not sure the way to say it, but what happens is at that time you can offer, there's a time frame for your offer. So I would look up, when I did it, I was looking up two different things. I was looking at, let me see if I can go back and show you this. Okay, so like here, I can do, I can price it from low to high. I can do buy now, I can do auction, the ones that have offers, but I was doing that were ending soon. So this one is 17.89. There are 11 minutes left. This one is an hour left. The ones that have these colors are a little bit more rare. Any of these colors are more rare than the other ones. So I'll give you an example. I'll click it. So it's decisive duck. And I would check the properties. And the property says very rare. Only 11% have this trait. It's still group admission, limited conference. I'm not really sure what limited conference means, but as you can see, I clicked on it and they all have the colors and stuff, limited conference. But anyways, for the offer, because this has like 11, let me do buy now and ending soon. Let me do that. Okay, so I buy now, ending soon. So, you know, my rationale was if this person is asking 17.89 and they have 10 minutes left, I figured they may be more willing to accept a lower offer. Like this is 16, so maybe I offer like 12 or 13 or whatever I wanted to offer. Some of these other characters have other properties with them. So like some of them will include FaceTime calls with Garyvee. Some of them will include like you can play tennis or bowl with Garyvee or something like that. Um, some of them are private meetings or meetups with Garyvee. Some of them are called gift goats where they give you certain gifts. So based on like the things that they do and the rarity and the actual character, um, they're going to be different prices. So I would look at different things, and I would do it based on the ending soon. And honestly, that didn't really make a difference. I thought it would, because people are also able to extend it after it ends. So that was okay, but it didn't do that much. Let me stop sharing this. Let me see if I have anything else that I could share with you after, as I continue the journey with you guys. So there's also this, let me see if I can share this. There's a VeeFriends from Instagram, a VeeFriends basically account where it tells about VeeFriends. They're gonna have VeeFriends too. They're gonna be about $1,000 or more. And just to get education there is great. They're really good. Garyvee and his people, his team are really good at educating people. And they have, let me share this. They have a YouTube channel that shares how to buy your first NFT. They have an education series, and they're having it multiple times a week. They're recorded. How to create a MetaMask account in less than 10 minutes. How to buy book games. That's another thing that he created. That's pretty cool as well. So with that said, let me tell you some of the things that made it hard to get an NFT and some of the learning things that I was able to experience, good and bad. The good thing is, so one of the things is all these NFTs, they have something called a Discord. For those those of you that don't know what a Discord is, think of it as like maybe a WhatsApp group, or like a group of a ton of people where people are communicating with each other, sort of like Slack, or like a huge group text. And like the person, the artist, or Garyvee in this case, would be a member of that community. And when he goes in, he'll share stuff. Everyone is sharing stuff. And I learned that there are two things in my mind that make an NFT create value for the NFT. Two things. One thing is you have to have a really, really big community, like a fanatical community, meaning like, I mean, Garyvee has millions of people. So there's always going to be demand for these VeeFriends. And the next thing you have to have, besides that community, is rarity. You can't have, Garyvee can't have a community of like millions of people and then sell millions of NFTs. It's not going to, supply and demand. It's not going to make a big deal. But if you have a strong community, just like the Bored Apes community, where they have meetups and all these other things, you're going to get people to identify with each other, and they're going to look forward to these things. And then if you have a limited inventory, it makes it harder to come by, and then it's going to increase the value. So some of the things that I learned are, first of all, is make sure you pay attention to, don't just buy stuff that other people are buying. So like, this is what people are doing. This is how people are trying to scam other people with the NFT community. So these wallets that we have, you can see, like if I wanted to go to Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Garyvee, or whoever's wallet, I can see what's in their wallet. Usually, I think there may be some privacy things that sometimes people can hide it. I'm not 100% sure, but for the most part, if it's someone famous, you're going to be able to see in their wallet, because it benefits them, because if they have an NFT or whatever. So it's like a social type currency. Like when someone has like a nice outfit, a nice shirt, nice car, a nice a blue check mark, just different things on Instagram or is verified on something else, whatever. It gives you that social currency. Basically, people give you respect and whatever. So with these wallets of these famous people, a lot of in the beginning, people were thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna buy what Gary Vee or Logan Paul or Jake Paul or whoever it is, or Snoop Dogg or whoever, whatever they have in their wallet, I'm just gonna buy those NFTs. And if they're buying it and they're like talking about them, then there's a good chance they'll do well. So what people were doing is they were half stepping a bit. They were just looking in the wallet and then buying those NFTs. The problem is with NFTs, anyone can just give someone an NFT. So like if I know Gary Vee's wallet address, probably easy. I can just go Google Gary Vee wallet address, NFT wallet address, and then I can gift him something. So if I'm creating an NFT, so say I'm like trying to be like a scammer, and it could be a scammer or just someone being nice. So like if I could say, so I'll start with a nice version. So say I'm an artist. I'm the farthest from an artist, but say I'm an artist and I created this pretty cool NFT and it was based on Gary Vee and my gratitude towards him. And I can just drop the NFT in his wallet and just thank him, and that's it. That would be something nice. But what a scammer is going to do is they're going to create an NFT based on whatever it is, put it in Gary Vee's wallet, and then tell the world that Gary Vee bought your NFT. You gifted it, but you're trying to tell people he has it, so you sell your product. It's pretty creepy. People do that. Gary Vee's always talking about like that, be careful of what you buy. Don't copy like just people that you follow because they have it, because you'll lose money quickly that way. A better way to do it is to hear what they say. Besides looking what they have, see what they say about it. As long as you trust that person, because obviously you guys know that some of the influencers are just pushing stuff just so they can get a payday or because they own that NFT and trying to make a ton of money. So that's one of the things. Make sure that you pay attention to actually what people are talking about, not just what's in their wallet. Another thing, this is a pain point. It takes a long time to get money into these wallets. So one of the things is you can do it multiple ways. The best way is if you wire the money into your wallet. If you do it another way where you do like what is it called? ACH transaction. I think it's an ACH transaction where it goes to MetaMask or CoinBase or whatever else the wherever else you're buying it, FTX. It'll take time for that transaction to clear. It could take a week or 2 weeks to clear. And what happened to me is like I saw stuff for like 8 ETH, and then it went up to 10, and I was like, okay, I need to buy it. And I was trying to buy it, but it didn't allow me to transfer it to my MetaMask wallet. So because the transaction hadn't cleared. So I had to wait like 2 weeks. And what happened is I ended up paying like around 13, give or take, and I could have bought it for 10 if my money was already in my account. So make sure you prepare for it. If you want to buy an NFT, make sure that you Google it, you look up the quickest way to get money into whatever wallet you have. And another thing is, besides the wallet, you have these it's super secure as far as like the blockchain with passwords and stuff. They give you like, it's either 12 or 24 different words that are, it's like your passphrase. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but this is something you don't put on your phone. You don't put it on your computer. It's stuff that you write down. Maybe you put it in your bank where it's like a safety deposit box. So if you don't want anyone to hack into your stuff because you're not going to get it. It's very easy for someone to, if you have your passphrase or your password for your wallet, and people get access to it, they can steal all your stuff. So don't like hide it in a way where someone could access it. They could hack your files. A good friend of mine, Andrew, was kind enough to send me a few different things where I can offload the passwords I have, and just different ways of doing it. Besides a sheet of paper in a safety deposit box, I also did it other ways, but none of it is like online. You can't get my passwords online. So be very careful about that. Just think of, you could lose it. So be careful about that with the passwords. Another thing is, with anything, with any collectible that you do, make sure that it is something that resonates with you. Whatever you're buying, make sure that you're happy with it. Because what's going to happen is you're going to spend a lot of money. I mean, some people are spending 100,000, 50,000, whatever it is. But make sure you're happy with that NFT that you're potentially going to get. Don't get frustrated. So I sell luxury homes for a living, and even less expensive homes as well. But what I'm seeing in this market, and I see it in NFTs, people buying NFTs as well, is in the housing market, people are putting in offers because the market is so tight and it's so hard to purchase a home because you're competing against so many other people for such a limited inventory. I see people losing homes. They'll lose 5, 10 offers, and then they put in like a ridiculous offer for something they don't even really like. And no matter what I tell them, all I can do is suggest something, and then be there for them. I'll tell sometimes people, are you sure you want to do that? If you want my opinion, I'll tell it to you. If they tell me yes, I'll tell them I wouldn't do this because of this, that, and the other, and then they still do it, and then it hurts them. So if you're buying an NFT and you're going to spend a decent amount of money, make sure it's something you really like, not where you get the email and it says you just bought this and you're like, oh man, I bought that. Because when you sell it too, so just to give you an idea, I'm going to wrap this up really soon because this is a super long video. When you are going to sell your NFTs, there are different platforms that you put them on, like OpenSea, and there's other ones as well. But when you're selling it, there's a 12.5% fee, and there may be different fees depending on the NFTs, but on OpenSea, just in general for a VeeFriend, if I'm selling my NFT, what happens is the creator of the NFT, for the rest of time, I guess, once they create that NFT and it sells, they're going to keep getting 10% of every sale. So if you're selling something, make sure that you remember that 10%. And I think OpenSea charges another 2.5%. So if you're going to sell something in the future, just keep that in mind about what it's going to be. And there's so much more to talk about NFTs. And I think, today, like I said, is March 1st, 2022. But in 2-3 years from now, you're going to be like, this is super basic. Why did Amit talk so much about this? And yeah, I'm sorry the video is so long, but bottom line is a lot of people need to get educated. They need to learn from our mistakes. And it's really easy to mess up with what you're doing unless you pay attention. And I've seen, like, some of my friends have made millions with a $10,000, $15,000 investment. And I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. It may or may not, but make sure you're happy with the product, the NFT. You are really sold on the creator. Don't just buy something because a friend of yours said they want to buy something, because even if it does okay, you're going to be in a community with people that have, they like things that you don't like. That's sort of boring. I love Garyvee's his community, because all the ideas and the thinking and the creation and the content and all that is stuff that I love. And I'm going to share with you 2 things before I go. So it was pretty cool because I was actually at a conference for Compass, which is the company I work for. And Garyvee actually put me in his video. So I bought him a gift. I bought him I looked up his favorite player. He loves the Jets. It's Altune, and I bought him a bunch of Altune cards and some signed cards. So I'm going to share with you the video. It's pretty short. It's like 10-15 seconds. And for those of you guys that are watching my hair transplant journey, because I did get a hair transplant, I'm probably about 55-60% in. Takes about a year to year and a half to get all the growth. I'm at just under 7 months, and you'll see my video. So see my hair now, you can see my video, and you could see that there's quite a bit less video. I mean, less hair. So let's play this. See if I can get some volume. It seems like I'm gonna have to play this again. Oh, here. Okay, so let's try this again. Hopefully you see this.
My man.
Rookie auto.
Oh, get out of here. It's very sweet.
Changing my life.
Thank you.
Made me a better person.
Thank you, brother. Give me a hug. Thank you. Oh, my man.
So that was really cool, that he was kind enough to put me in his video. We had like over 1 million views. Not that views mean anything, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that. And the last thing I'm going to share with you is my VeeFriend. So for those of you that have not seen this, a lot of people on their Twitter handles, they put their NFTs as their profile picture. So that's my profile picture. That is Charismatic Chameleon. See if it pops up. There it is. He drew all of these things, all these characters, and I'm super excited that I have them. So for those of you that are that have VeeFriends or are going to buy an NFT that allows you to get access to Veecon in Minnesota in the middle of May, I look forward to seeing you. And for any of you that have any questions about my journey and I didn't answer your question, just reach out. Happy to help. There's a guy named Adam Rips, R-I-P-P-S, on Twitter, and he helps Garyvee with VeeFriends. I would reach out to him. I reached out to him, and he was kind enough to help me. And so one of the things I love about Garyvee's team, never any ego, always helpful and very kind about everything. So thanks for watching, guys. Not sure how many of you made it to the end, but thanks so much for taking the time to watch. If you like our videos, we share stuff on the neighborhoods. We share videos of Miami neighborhoods, places to eat. We share some of our foolishness in our lives, like eating super spicy wings, answering questions. And if you like real estate too, our team sells pretty cool homes in South Florida. If you've ever watched $1 Million Listing in LA or New York or wherever you've seen it, and you see these famous people with these expensive homes, and you see agents looking at these mansions and going to these incredible parties, and that's basically what we do in Miami. So I feel very, very blessed to do that every day. And thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you soon. And if you like our channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks so much. Love you guys. All the best.